Celebrity breakups can be very messy and very, very public. Still, some couples manage to stay close afterwards. Wondering which Friends star is still friendly and flirty with her ex-husband? Keep watching to find out. When Rita Ora and Calvin Harris broke up in 2014, they seemed to be on very different pages, especially regarding the actual breakup. Evidently, according to Insider, Ora didn't realize she wasn't in a relationship with Harris until she read his public tweet to his millions of followers. The summer hitmaker wrote, "To address speculation, myself and Rita ended our relationship some time ago. She is a beautiful, talented woman and I wish her all the best." While together, Harris wrote and produced Ora's hit song, "I Will Never Let You Down." In order for Ora to perform the song, she needed legal permission from her ex to do so. However, according to Billboard, Harris wasn't having any of it. This meant that Ora was unable to perform the song she wanted at the upcoming Teen Choice Awards that year. She explained on Air with Ryan Seacrest the situation.
He has to approve anything TV-wise for anybody who doesn't get it, and obviously he owns the rights to it, and he didn't approve the Teen Choice Award.
Shortly after, Harris insisted on Twitter that he had a good reason for stopping her from performing his song, though we don't know what that was. It's not all bad, though. During a 2017 appearance on Watch What Happens Live, she revealed she and Harris are good friends and that she doesn't hold any grudges.
Obviously, a usual breakup, you don't really see your ex all over the place.
Yeah.
But you just kind of take it with a pinch of salt and keep going with your own life.
That same year, a source told The Sun on Sunday that they sorted things out and were able to put things behind them. When Ariana Grande collaborated with rapper Big Sean on her single Right There in 2013, they were just friends. But after they teamed up 2 more times for Problem and Best Mistake, rumor had it that the two were actually a couple. That rumor was pretty much confirmed by the time they attended the MTV Video Music Awards later that year. The following February, the duo made their red carpet debut at the Grammy Awards, and the two weren't shy about their public affection. Alas, the romance fizzled out in 2015. An inside source told E! News. It hasn't been easy, though, with both of their busy schedules lately, and they know it's going to get even harder in the next few months. This was really difficult for them to publicly call it quits, but they thought it would be better this way, so people know there is no bad blood between them at all. Grande and Sean have remained on good terms, so much so, he was all for her referencing their failed relationship in a lyric. In the first verse of her 2018 #1 single, Thank You Next, Grande simply said Sean, quote, wasn't a match. During a chat on the Zach Sang Show, Grande shared that Sean didn't mind being referenced at all.
Yeah, he was very supportive. He loved it.
Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz may no longer be romantically linked, but they have not severed ties, and it seems to be working out just fine for them. As noted by People, the pair eloped in 1987 after originally meeting as friends. The following year, the pair welcomed a daughter, Zoe Kravitz. However, by 1991, they'd gone their separate ways and had their divorce finalized in 1993. Lenny told Rolling Stone in 1995, "I was in a tremendous amount of pain when we broke up. Tremendous. For like 6 months, I only slept for 2 hours a day, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. The rest of the time, I was just up like a zombie. I was floored." Despite all the pain, Lenny and Bonet have remained very close. The duo can often be seen on red carpets celebrating their ongoing friendship with the public, even attending the 2015 Met Gala together. When Bonet tied the knot with actor Jason Momoa, the flyaway rocker maintained a tight bond with his ex. Lenny explained to ET in a 2020 interview, "We all love each other and we all support each other. I'm so proud to be Zoe's dad and that God saw it fit for us to all experience each other. It's been the most beautiful gift." After 2 private marriages to James DeBarge and Renee Elizondo Jr., Janet Jackson was very out in the open about her relationship with hit producer Jermaine Dupri. During a discussion with rapper T.I. on his Expeditiously podcast, Dupri revealed he met the music icon backstage at one of her concerts in the early 2000s. On a 2006 episode of The Tyra Banks Show, the usually shy Jackson opened up about their love life, revealing to the public that he was, as she put it, off the charts in bed.
You can't compare.
That same year, the duo worked on music together and released the Grammy Award-nominated album 20YO. During the aforementioned podcast interview, Dupri told T.I. they split because they weren't willing to get married to one another and that they never lived together.
I started thinking like marriage, for me, wasn't gonna work.
However, another factor was revealed during Jackson's 2022 two-part documentary, Janet. Dupri, who appeared in the doc, admitted he was reckless during their relationship and confessed he cheated on the megastar. He said, "One of the weird things about dating Janet is that dating Janet attracts other women. Girls wanted to talk to me more because I was dating her, which was really weird." Regardless of their past, Jackson and Dupri are still friends. In 2021, Jackson took to Twitter to honor him on his birthday, writing, "Sending love to you today, Jermaine Dupri." Before No Doubt achieved worldwide success in the late 90s, frontwoman Gwen Stefani and bassist Tony Kanal were an item. Stefani told The Guardian in 2005, "All I ever did was look at Tony and pray that God would let me have a baby with him." Unfortunately, he broke things off in 1994. She admitted to Spin in 1996, "I was in denial. For like a year, he didn't have to come to my house when I demanded it. He didn't have to do anything, but when he felt like it, I was there. It was horrible." Like a lot of heartbroken singers, Stefani channeled that energy and turned her hurt into music. That body of work would become No Doubt's 1995 breakthrough record, Tragic Kingdom, which put the band on the map globally and contained their signature hits Don't Speak and Just a Girl. Despite the pain within the lyrics of the songs, Stefani and Kanal managed to work things out, remained bandmates, and enjoy their success together. However, during a 2012 television interview for CBS News Sunday Morning, Kanal admitted performing those songs initially was hard to deal with.
You would go back to the room so emotionally, physically, spiritually, like everything was drained. It was brutal. I look back on it now, but we got through it.
After Tragic Kingdom, Stefani and Kanal were able to put their past behind them. In fact, Stefani's solo single Cool was written about their friendship and featured Kanal's wife in the video. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon shocked fans when they announced they had gotten married just weeks after forming a relationship. According to Brides, the We Belong Together hitmaker tied the knot with the former America's Got Talent host in the Bahamas in 2008. 3 years later, they welcomed twins Monroe and Moroccan. In 2014, the pair made headlines when they announced their divorce, which was finalized in 2016. Carey explained in her 2020 book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, "Honestly, I think Nick and I could have worked it out between the two of us, but egos and emotions got inflamed, which can translate into many billable lawyer hours, and ultimately it did. It was tough." In 2019, Cannon stated he has no plans of ever getting remarried during an appearance on T.I.'s Expeditiously podcast, but he would make an exception for a certain pop icon.
I wanted to do it again. It would be to her.
Cannon added that Mariah is somebody he will always love. Since splitting with her, Cannon has welcomed 5 more children with other women. In early 2022, he announced he's expecting his 8th. In a 2017 interview with ET, Carey had nothing but kind words to say about her ex. She said, "He's a good guy. It's not that hard to make it work. Now we can laugh and joke and do the good parts of when we had a relationship." Madonna got married to her first husband, actor Sean Penn, in 1985. During their relationship, Madonna put out the single True Blue, which happened to be inspired by Penn. That song ended up being the title track off of her 3rd full-length album. According to People, she wrote in the liner notes, "This is dedicated to my husband, the coolest guy in the universe." Even still, they split up in 1989. This would not be either party's last marriage or divorce. In 2015, Madonna defended Penn when it was alleged he had previously assaulted her during their relationship. She stated in an affidavit obtained by People, "While we certainly had more than one heated argument during our marriage, Sean has never struck me, tied me up, or physically assaulted me, and any report to the contrary is completely outrageous, malicious, reckless, and false." That same year, Penn attended 2 of Madonna's concerts in New York during her Rebel Heart tour, where he watched her perform True Blue, according to the Daily Mail. In 2016, she attended a charity gala at Art Basel with her ex, and was filmed saying that she was still in love with Penn while on stage with him at the event. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website. Hilary Duff's first husband, former professional hockey player Mike Comrie, married the younger actor in 2010. In 2012, Duff revealed on Twitter that she had given birth to their first child, writing, "Welcome to the world, Luca Cruz Comrie. Tuesday evening, we became proud parents of a healthy 7-pound, 6-ounce beautiful boy. However, they decided to split just a few years later." She told Cosmopolitan in 2015, "Mike and I were very in love when we met. We both really wanted to get married. I'd been working since the age of 11 or 12, so making that choice at a young age seemed right for me. Maybe it wasn't, but we spent the majority of our time together really happy. It wasn't working well enough to stay together, but there was still a lot of love involved. It was just a slow set-in of us not being the match that we used to be. I'm lucky for the person he is and I am and how we decided to handle this." E! News reported that their divorce was finalized in 2016. Duff's rep explained the pair were still best friends and that their priority was to raise their son. Duff has since welcomed more children with her second husband, Matthew Coma, daughters Banks and May, but still finds time to enjoy days out with Comrie and Luca, according to the Daily Mail. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were arguably the prom king and queen of Hollywood. As recapped by Marie Claire, they struck up a connection in the late 90s, announced their engagement while on stage at a Sting concert in 1999, and got married in 2000. However, after 5 years of marriage, they shared a joint statement that revealed they were calling it quits. They said, "This decision is the result of much thoughtful consideration. We happily remain committed and caring friends with great love and admiration for one another." After working on the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith together in 2004, it was alleged that Pitt and Angelina Jolie fell in love while on set, resulting in a media frenzy. They went on to start a family shortly after and faced years of wedding rumors. Finally, in 2014, they got married in France. But just like Pitt's first marriage with Aniston, it came to an end in 2016. Aniston moved on as well, marrying Justin Theroux in 2015. They split up a couple years later. Since then, Aniston and Pitt have been able to reunite and put their past fully behind them. The pair looked relieved to be in each other's company again at the 2020 SAG Awards. 1 year later, they had fans freaking out when they both appeared in a flirty virtual table read of the 1982 film Fast Times at Ridgemont High for charity. Needless to say, their dynamic seems anything but bogus. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.